Okay, now I walk you through the work example 2. Okay, this is another example of the type of question they can ask you in this topic of bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so they'll give you a question like this. Okay, with just words. Okay, which is different, a little bit different from what we have done in the work example 1. Okay, now this is the question that give. Okay, on 30th of June 2000, okay, this can be anything. The bank account of Ismail, as shown in the cash book, indicate a debit balance of 610. Okay, so cash book have a debit balance of 610, and the bank statement have a credit balance of 760. Okay, so the following item cause the difference in these two balance. So now let's have a look. Okay, a check of 740 received from the debtor was entered in the cash book. Okay, but was not credited by the bank. So meaning to say this one have been done in the cash book, so it's not yet in the bank. It's not yet in the bank statement. Okay, so we have to put it in the bank statement. So I'll just put B here. Okay, meaning to say this has to be dealt with in the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, because it's not yet in the bank statement. Okay, so I'll just write in B because already done in the cash book but not yet in the bank statement. That's why we have to put it in the bank statement. Okay, so B to signify it will go in here. Okay, so next, okay, copy. Next, bank charges for the period to 30 June were $50. Bank charges mostly meaning that it has been automatically deducted by the bank. Okay, so this is done by the bank but not by the business. Okay, so we have to put it in the cash book. I'll just put C over here. Okay, C. Now next, dividend of 240 due to Ismail have been paid directly to the bank. Okay, so this one have been done by the bank but not yet by the business. Okay, so we have to put it in the business cash book. Okay, so we put C. Okay, because it has been done by the bank but not yet in the cash book. Two check paid to Jovin and Roy respectively have not been presented at the bank. Okay, so now this one have been already done in the cash book. Okay, because they already put it on the credit side of the cash book but not yet done in the bank. So we are going to put this at the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, we are going to include this in the bank statement. Okay, so I'll write it P. Okay, and next, a check of 100 was returned by the bank. Okay, this is dishonored check but has not been recorded. As they tell you, this has not been recorded in the cash book. So we are going to write this in the cash book. Okay, we are going to write this in the cash book. Okay, now next, insurance of 120 have been debited in the bank. Okay, but not yet in the cash book. So again, we are going to do this in the cash book. Okay, so now all those labeled with the C, we are going to put it. Okay, we are going to update it in the cash book. Okay, this is what we call the updated, or you can say adjusted cash book. Okay, the bank account. Okay, the bank column. Okay, so this is what we need to do first. Okay, so now to tell you, the bank have a debit balance of 610. So debit balance BD 610. Okay, so now bank charges. Let's have a look at the one with the C. Bank charges, as we already mentioned, the bank account. On debit side is money coming in, credit side is money going out. Okay, so bank charges is money going out, so it will be on here, bank charges. Okay, now this one, dividend due to Ismail. Okay, this is about Ismail. Okay, so the business is Ismail business. Okay, so dividend due to Ismail, this is money coming in for him. Okay, revenue for him. Okay, so this one is not yet in his account. Okay, has already been put it to the bank but not yet to his account, so we have to put it again, money coming in the form of dividends, 240. Okay, a check return, this is dishonored check. Okay, so you have to minus off dishonored check. Okay, because previously, how to interpret this is previously the bank, the debtor, they pay us, so we will have received it. But now, because it's being unpaid or dishonored by the bank, so we have to take it off again, okay? So dishonored check 100 over here. And lastly, insurance is an expense, so it's money going out, so insurance is over here. So you total up this one at 50. The bigger amount, you put it on the total column, the total box on both sides, okay? So you use the bigger amount at 50, minus of 50, minus of 100, minus of 120. So we have the balance is 580. So balance carried down, balance brought down 580. Okay, so now we are done with that. We move on to the next step. So whatever over here is label B, we are going to do it in the bank reconciliation statement, meaning to say those have been entered in the cash book, those have been recorded in the cash book but not yet recorded in the bank statement, okay? So we are going to record it in the bank statement, okay? Remember, the bank statement always have a credit balance, okay? Normally, they always have a credit balance. Of course, it can be overdraft when it has a debit balance, but the normal balance, it will be a credit balance, okay? So balance is bank statement is 760, as they tell you over here, okay? Credit, and this is a credit balance, okay? So credit balance over here, B, okay? We take a look at this one, okay? A check that received from debtor, okay? This one, meaning to say we have already put it in our debit side of our bank account in the cash book, okay? So debit side, it will correlate with the credit side of the bank statement. So this one will be on the credit side, which is the price, okay? So add, because you see it's credit, and then you add uncredited check 470, okay? And next, equivalent to equal to 1230. Okay, next you have to less unpresented check, okay? So this one, okay, you see how to interpret this to if you can try to visualize how it appears in the bank account in the cash book, okay? So these two checks have been presented, have been paid to Jovin and Roy, so it will be on the credit side, but they have not yet presented to the bank, okay? But you have already recorded in the cash book on the credit side. So the bank, they have to record it on the debit side. So on the debit side is less minus. So less unpresented, because you see the bank, they have the credit balance, right? So debit, it will be less. So less unpresented check, Jovin 250 and Roy 400. Okay, so you add up this one is 650. It will be advisable over here you put a bracket for 650. So 1230 minus 650 equivalent to 580. Okay, credit balance as per bank statement is the same as the debit balance for the adjusted cash flow. So as you can see over here, 580. That means you have done the questions correctly. Okay, so that's all for the question. Thank you.